When I first started using Tableau, I assumed blue meant dimensions and green meant measures. But that's not the case. It took me a couple of years to get my head around this most fundamental concept in Tableau. What blue fields really are discrete fields. Green fields are continuous fields. Dimensions and measures are merely the way that Tableau organizes the data. In our data pane, we have dimensions at the top and measures at the bottom. If there's only one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's this. Blue things group your data, green things count your data, dimensions split up the view, and measures fill the view. I'm going to explain all of this to you to make sure you understand blue versus green in Tableau. If you're new here, my name's Andy. I created this channel to help you launch, grow, and unlock your career in data. Make sure you go to andykribel.com and sign up for my newsletter. I provide lots of content every week to help you become a great data analyst. Let's get started. In Tableau, the colors blue and green are used to indicate the type of data in the field. Blue fields represent discrete data, while green fields represent continuous data. Discrete and continuous determine how the data is aggregated, how many marks are created in the view, and how the data is displayed. Let's look at a few examples. Discrete data is data that can be grouped into different categories. It has distinct values. For example, category has 3 distinct values. Region has 4 distinct values, while customer name has 800 distinct values. They're discrete because they're distinct. Notice on the bottom left-hand side, there's 800 marks. The marks determine the number of things that Tableau draws in the picture you see on the worksheet. So because there's 800 customers, there's 800 marks. Tableau will show 1 mark for each unique value in your discrete field. Discrete fields are often used to create headers on rows and columns. In this example here, we see we have 1 customer on each row. Those are serving as the headers for each of our rows. If I put category onto the columns, we now have headers for each of the individual categories. So blue fields give us headers. As I add more dimensions to the view, for example, dragging region to the columns, Tableau draws more marks. On the bottom left-hand side, we now have 4,780 marks. That's the number of unique combinations of customer, category, and region. It's that simple. Blue means discrete. Discrete means create marks. On the flip side of that, we have continuous data. These are our green fields. Continuous data can be measured on a continuous scale. Continuous data has an infinite number of values, such as the height of people, the number of fish in the sea, or the temperature outside. When a continuous field is placed on any shelf in Tableau, for example, sales onto the rows, Tableau will aggregate the data and show the value of each mark in the view. If you look on the bottom left-hand side here, you'll see we only have 1 mark. We don't have any discrete fields in the view, so Tableau doesn't know how to split it up. If I drag category to the columns, I now have 3 marks, and Tableau has aggregated the data to show a value for each mark. And again, each mark in this case is represented by a category. If I drag a continuous field like profit onto color, notice I now get an infinite color scale. If I open up my color legend, I have a range of colors with an infinite number of values in between them. And if you look on the bottom left-hand side, we still only have 3 marks. We added a continuous field to the view, therefore we didn't get any additional marks. So, green means continuous, and continuous means aggregate. Okay, great. Now here's a really important thing to understand. Although I guess it's all important in this case. Any field that's in our data pane can be made discrete, continuous, a dimension, or a measure. All I need to do to change it from a dimension to a measure is drag it above or below the gray line that separates the dimensions from the measures. If I want to make a field discrete, I right-click on that field and I choose Convert to Discrete. Now you might wonder, I have a blue field down here in my measures. Shouldn't that be up in my dimensions? Well, no, this is now called a discrete measure. I'll explain more. If you want to switch it back, right-click on the field and choose Convert to Continuous. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like and don't forget to click on subscribe. I don't want you to miss any content that I create. We have 4 possible combinations for our fields. We have discrete and continuous, and we have dimensions and measures. We're going to look at each of these 4 quadrants. First thing to keep in mind is that discrete data creates headers, while continuous data creates an axis. Dimensions disaggregate or split up the view. Measures aggregate or fill up the view. This is what it looks like all together. Now let's look at an example for each of those quadrants. Let's start in the upper left-hand side with our discrete dimensions. This is typically the way that a blue field is going to be used. It's going to be used to create headers and to split up the data. Every time you put a discrete dimension in the view, you're going to create a header and you're going to create marks. So in Tableau, if we drag customer name to the rows, we can see we have a header for each of the individual customers. We've drawn one mark for each customer. This is a discrete dimension. We can also take any measure and make it a discrete dimension. If I drag sales to the rows, you'll notice it's a green field that's an aggregate. If I look at the bottom left-hand side, I only have one mark. If I right-click on it and I make it a dimension, dimensions split up our view. So now we have one mark for every individual value for sales. We now have 6,161 marks. Right-click on sales again and make it discrete. And now we have a header for each of our sales values. Why might this be useful? Well, for each of these sales values, I may want to know how many sales there were at each of those values. So I could drag orders count to the columns, sort descending. I could see that I had 56 orders for $12.96. Recapping that, we have discrete dimensions that create headers and disaggregate the data. Let's look at the lower left. Again, we have measures and we have discrete. Because the field's discrete, it will split up the view, and because it's a measure, it's going to aggregate the mark. Let's look at an example. If I drag customer name to the rows, I have 800 marks. If I right-click on customer name and convert it to a measure, and let's say a count distinct, Tableau will convert it to a continuous measure, but we want it to be a discrete measure. If I right-click on that field again and make it discrete, I now get a single value that's a blue field that is an aggregate. So now I've been able to take our customers, make it an aggregate, and make it a header. Now you don't do this very often, but let's look at a use case where you might do that. Let's drag region to the rows and sales to the rows. Now what I want to do here is I want to take sales and I want to make it discrete so that instead of having a bar, I have another value in my row. If I right-click on sum of sales and make it discrete, I now have a header for each of my sales values. So you might wonder, well, why would I want to do this? Well, now that I have it like that, I can drag profit to the columns and I have a bar chart that shows me the profit by region and what my total sales is for each of those regions. To recap, because those values are discrete, they're going to create headers. Because they're measures, they're going to be aggregated. On to the upper right. In this case, we're going to look at continuous dimensions. Because the field is going to be green, meaning continuous, each value is going to create an axis. But because it's a dimension, it's going to be disaggregated. Let's look at an example. If I right-click and drag customer name to the rows, I could choose count distinct of customer name and click on OK. Customer name is on our dimensions area, but we've aggregated it to make it a measure. So now it is a continuous dimension. Let's look at another example. If I drag sales to the rows, this is a continuous measure, but I want to make it a dimension. So if I right-click on sum of sales and convert it to a dimension, I now see each individual sales value. Sales is now a dimension and is continuous, giving us a header. To recap, continuous fields will create an axis, dimensions will split up the view. We've got one more to go through, the combination of continuous and measures. Continuous means it will create an axis, and measures means the data will be aggregated. This is the most typical way that you're going to use green fields. A continuous measure would be something simple, like the sum of sales onto the rows. The field is green, meaning it's continuous, meaning it gives us an axis that has an infinite range. The field is aggregated, meaning that it's a measure. So our most common use case is going to be something where we have a discrete dimension, let's say category, and a continuous measure like sales. This is going to be probably 90% of the use cases. It's important that you understand we have these four quadrants: discrete and continuous, dimensions, and measures. One last recap. Dimensions split up the view, measures aggregate the view. Discrete fields create headers, while continuous fields create an axis. Let's look at a couple more examples just to make sure this concept hits home. We're going to start by building a table. We know a table needs headers, so we need to add a blue field. Let's drag category to the rows. Category is a discrete dimension. Let's then drag region to the columns. Now we have headers for region as well. I have 12 marks in the view, the combination of 3 categories times 4 regions. Drag sales onto the text shelf, and that is a continuous measure. It did not add any marks to the view. A table does not have an axis. Therefore, there's no green fields on either the rows or the columns. Let's look at a scatter plot. Drag sales to the columns and profit to the rows. We still only have 1 mark in the view. A scatter plot requires 2 axes, so we need a green field on both the rows and the columns. Now, a scatter plot with 1 point doesn't do us a lot of good. So to split up the view, we need to put a discrete dimension in the view. Let's drag customer name to the detail shelf. And now we have 800 marks in the view because there's 800 distinct customers. If I drag category onto color, Tableau splits up the data even farther. We now have 2,193 marks. That's the combination of the number of customers and the different categories in which they made purchases. If I drag quantity onto size, we don't get any additional marks because quantity is a continuous measure. All it's done is change the size of the marks to indicate how many items were purchased. And there you have it, blue things and green things. Blue versus green, what does it mean? I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a like. This is a confusing topic, but it's absolutely essential that you understand it. So leave a comment with any questions that you have, and I'll do my best to explain it to you. And before you drop off, don't forget to go to andykriebel.com and sign up for my newsletter. You'll get access to tips like this before anybody else. Have a great day.